What up, everybody? Daniel here. Welcome to the green room. All right. All right, why am I here? Today we'll be reviewing a performance of Via featuring myself, Alexander, at the Sound Shop. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hit play.
All right, thank you so much. Without further ado,
And I guess I'll turn it
Via
down a bit.
Featuring Alexander.
So this is our good friend Connor Sullivan. Met him in New York. He's the one who connected us to this gig. He's a friend of Via's, and Via is a friend of mine through Terrence Ryan and a lot of other folks. But the first thing that I'll talk about is my outfit, and I guess I'll pause it. What am I, like, what are you wearing? You know, when you perform, you're supposed to look good, you know, try a little harder than that. I threw on a hoodie and like some jeans. I think I had just come from work too, if I'm not being mistaken. So first tip, make sure you look good. Yeah, let's keep going.
So
Hands
I'm
in the
gonna play
pockets.
All originals except for the last two songs, which are going to be a couple.
I would like to direct your attention to the little cup there on my keyboard. Don't drink alcohol before you perform. Not a very good idea.
Like my diary during a really difficult time in my life.
As I grab the cup and take a sip, the final sip. I think I remember at that moment going, "Here we go."
Already Invisible.
Okay, so this is Already Invisible. Starts about a minute into the video. And here I'm playing Rhodes and a pad, and immediately I noticed that the pad is just it's thick, it's like heavy, it's very bottom heavy, and it's sort of overpowering the range that I want to leave open for the vocals and for the guitar. And so the problem with not preparing and just jumping into a performance without proper preparation is you end up making changes on the fly like this. So as you'll see in a second, I'm constantly readjusting the tone of the pad. It would have been better if I had the cutoff or like the EQ controls for the board mapped to the pads or to the keyboards. Then I could make real-time changes without touching the keyboard. Touching the computer. So maybe that's another tip. If you're using a computer for your set, try not to touch it as much as possible, or touch it as little as possible, because it's a distraction. This probably won't make it into the video, but there's a little bit of a curl going on with my hair here on the left, and it's because I was playing with my hair. I'm constantly playing with my hair. Presentation is important. It's a show, right? So what are you showing? What you show is who you are. So try to make sure you're presenting yourself the way you want to be seen. That's it. And here it's a personal thing, but you know, Via, you know, she's looking at the camera from time to time. She's looking at the mic. She probably has chords and stuff on the floor, or lyrics. She's also looking at her guitar to make sure she hits the right chords. Me, on the other hand, I am locked in on that keyboard, head down, which is cool. I mean, you want to see me doing my thing, that's fine. But there definitely is something more connecting when you don't look so lost or so focused in your instrument.
So how do you go and disappear when you're already invisible?
I want to take note right now of how well composed Via is right now. She's into that song, you know, and people like it. I think they clap a little bit. Yeah. This is a small bar, not a bar in Brooklyn. But we had a good, it was packed. There was an upstairs, there were people upstairs.
The alternate tuning for the first song so that the rest of the set can be easier.
Yep, and she makes an executive decision right there, right? Or a prepared decision. She chose to do Already Invisible first so that she wouldn't be caught tuning for too long between songs.
This next song is called Casting Lots.
The issue with this song here, and that was impressive at how quickly she was able to tune. that out. It's not an easy thing to do. She's also got lights on her, so like if that was me, I'd be sweating. I sweat very easily. So there I am again, making adjustments to the laptop, which as somebody watching, sure, it's not that much of a distraction. It happened and it's over. It's not a big deal. But personally, I think I would rather come off as prepared. And if you're making adjustments that people can see, I think it comes off as unpreparedness. But rather, if it was a control on the instrument, it might feel like it's part of the music. I'm playing the instrument and making adjustments. You know? There goes a flub note right there. I hit 2 notes at once.
I've told their lies and try to make them satisfied.
Timing.
I'm not sure who you are, but I think you got it twisted.
And now I'm like, you know, swaying my head back and forth and feeling the music. It's good, but eyes closed, you know. I also have a microphone in front of me that I'm not using, which feels silly, right? Playing the wrong chords. So things that would have been helpful to me to keep me from not, you know, playing the wrong chords would be to have the chords on the screen. But then again, I would be reading chords, which I don't really want to read music in a live performance. It's not a college ensemble, right? This is something that she spent hours on crafting. So I should spend the same amount of hours or a relative amount learning the song so that I don't have to read the music and that it's part of me. The problem with all of this is that I use my ear a lot, and so I don't depend on preparing. I depend on my ear, and that's a mistake to make as a musician. Depend on your preparation, you know.
Me incessantly, but I know that I'm not supposed to feel this way. Can you tell me how long?
On a note of like, you know, supporting a singer, you know, she's got a lot of things. She's got to make sure that her voice is in key, her chords are correct, and her lyrics are right. You know, those are things that you probably don't think about, but when you're up on stage and everyone is staring at you, all of those things just start to leave your mind. So it's important to like hold on to those. And so while she's holding on to those, it's my job to make it easy for her to do that. If I'm playing a D major while she's playing a B minor, it works, right? Because the notes are similar. There's a couple of notes. It has the F sharp and the D, but that B sticks out, and it's wrong. What it is it's wrong. And so, as opposed to, you know, now that I'm playing a wrong chord, she has to hear me play the wrong chord and focus even more on playing the right one, and not go down a rabbit hole of why did he mess up? Did I mess up? Is my guitar out of tune? Is my ears wrong? What's going on? Like, any distraction can really take a performer out of their show. So it means you care a lot if you put the time into not messing up their flow as well. I want to be somebody who cares. So.
You've all been betrayed. Years I think.
She's got such a lovely voice too.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for joining this episode of The Green Room. Catch you next time.